Have you ever thought about how many people you have met or encountered until now or will in the future? According to Funder and Founders, it's estimated that we interact with an average of 80,000 people in our lifetime. Today, I will be one of the many people you interact with, telling you about what has made me into the woman I am today by sharing my past, present, and future. When I think about my life, I think about driving in a car, starting with the rearview mirror, which contains the past. My past includes some scary things to go through, but it has made me into the stronger woman I am today. When I was growing up, my family included my brother and two happily married parents until things had gotten shaky. My parents had begun to argue every night. My dad would come home at 2 a.m. in the morning after spending his nights drinking, and things had become unhealthy for my parents. At around the age of 9, my parents had divorced, and my brother and I went to live with my mom. After 3 years, my mom had remarried to a wonderful man, my stepdad. Life seemed to be headed onto the right path until around the year of 2014 when my stepdad was diagnosed with stage 4 thymic carcinoma. The cancer battle has lasted 3 years and hasn't stopped since. Our family was holding on by a thread of hope, and a lot of pressure was being put on me to handle things around the house as well as care for my stepdad. Battling depression and feeling lonely, as well as having to handle a lot of pressure from your family, left me feeling as though taking my whole life was the only choice. In the year of 2015, I attempted suicide, but thankfully, a miracle happened, and the doctors had my heart beating once again. Driving the car down the path of life didn't end there, though as you look in the back rear view mirror, you have to think about where you currently are. My family still contains my brother, my stepsister, and my stepdad, my mother, and I. Sadly, the only one thing that remains in our family is the battle of cancer that seems to be dragging the life out of my stepdad. Our family pushes through together and thankfully hasn't torn us apart as a family. Currently, I'm a 3-year-old teacher at a daycare full-time, as well as attending school online, which is difficult to balance, but I'm getting the hang of it. What brings me joy in time of suffering is my children in my classroom because of the smiles and positivity they bring me every day. It's difficult at times to drive down a path with obstacles, but it's about what lies ahead. As I'm driving down the road, I've seen what's behind me in the rearview mirror, and I know where I am on the road. The only thing left is to know my destination, or where I think my destination will be. This cancer battle that is taking the life of my stepdad will hopefully come to a stop where he can die a peaceful death and live eternally with God. Not only do I hope he dies in peace, but also that my family pulls closer together on the lasting memories of a great man in our life. After I receive my associate's degree, I wish to transfer to a 4-year college and achieve my bachelor's degree. Even after all that is said, I hope for a healthy, happy life and a well-promised future to come. Everyone has a car they're driving, whether the car is brand new or beat up. We're all driving down a road called life. My past has consisted of some rough moments with family issues and issues with myself that I was battling. My present life continued on with the battle in cancer, but in hope that my future entails more for me to overcome. As Drake once said, sometimes it's the journey that teaches you a lot about your destination.